tested by us, not beta by users. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, you can see some images on the screen right now of some of our social content that goes out across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that kind of thing about use cases. Now, we have worked on a lot of productions. So we haven't asked other people to take this product and test it for us in the wild in their live shows. We've tested it ourselves. We've developed it ourselves and we've deployed it ourselves. We have proven that it works in all of these situations, and we've actually seen it outperform what we were looking for it to do. Now, I wanted to take you through just a couple of those examples so that you can get a feel for how this would sit within your workflows or problems that it might solve for you that you didn't realize it would do. Now, the first of which was a press junket. And this was for Alien Earth at the Corinthia in London. And the Axis was actually deployed so that it could be used to stream that junket. Now, it's not all it did, as it turns out. What it actually did was record and real-time edit some footage. So one of the people wanted to pre-record the sort of opening and closing points of that. It enabled us to do that in real time, to play the footage straight away, to do the edits as requested, and to sign it off all in one go. So a task that would have taken a couple of hours literally took 20 minutes. It was used to vision mix. So we were controlling all of the screens that were in the space, utilizing the Axis. That was through the DisplayPort outs for extra monitors for people to, have multi-screen content control, essentially, whether that was because they were directing or because they wanted to see what the stream was, all of those kind of things. We also then had the NDI to SDI decoding to enable us to output to other screens as well. Now, again, the signal conversion wasn't just done for the SDI to NDI, it was also done for the audio, so flipping between Dante and hardware as well. The audio signal conversion was done through the Axis using the UI, obviously, and that enabled us to make sure that we had a two-way, fully hybrid, real-time connection. Now, that was between journalists and talent, so actors and people from the film. The bridge was also used for remote monitoring. In this instance, and this is a really good use case actually from a production company's point of view, it was used so that back at base, people were able to check in and see what was going on the production and if everything was okay, without actually asking anyone or checking in to do emails and everything else. Just an instant response, instant answer, and a very good backup should we have needed the signals to come into our studio. So the MMG Axis is out in the wild now as the center point of NDI production workflows. If you want to know more, if you want to find out what it looks like, further specifications, or get in touch with us, head first of all to the website mmgaxis.io. Another use case we're going to go through here is live sports. So for a football match, it was actually a charity match for Leeds, and the Axis was deployed there, and it was used to control the audio routing to the live stream and also into the stadium as well, using the NDI, the hardware, the Dante options there within the audio I/O. It was used to control video routing to the screen, so SDI, NDI encode and decode. And it also provided monitors for 3 different workstations via HDMI outputs from the display ports. And this was done for the commentator, for the person that was cutting the cameras, and also for the person that was cutting the stream. It was also used to run vMix to produce the stream at the same time. It was used to control cameras, and what we used to do that as well was actually a flight simulator joystick and an Akai MIDI pad. We'll send and put details of that on our website as well for you to see, and perhaps you might want to grab some of those for yourself to go with the Axis. It was also used to receive alpha video. Now, what this meant was that we had a separate machine running all of the graphic overlays for the match, and that was able to be fed into the Axis, retaining the alpha layers and making it so that we were able to produce a very on-point production for them. Now, this is only a quick whistle-stop view. If you would like more in-depth information, please do get in touch with us, talk to us, head to the website mmgaxis.io or drop an email to us. The final use case for today that I wanted to sort of bring your attention to was being deployed within basically 5-star hotels. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this particular instance up was because we were deployed as a white label context for support within the streaming area. But what we actually saw as well was that Video World, which, by the way, with the Axis, you don't necessarily need in the same way at all, was struggling. It was struggling with taking some signals for some MacBooks and doing a presentation for them, things that, we do see around us quite commonly. Now, with the Axis, we would be able to take those feeds in as NDI and then decode them to SDI to send out to the screens in the room. Instead, the video operator unfortunately had quite a stressful day, right up to the last minute, pushing and pushing and pushing to try and get these things work with a very old school switcher and sort of laptop setup. So the reason I wanted to bring this one up was more because the Axis performed very, very well and did everything that it should do. If you have a look on our socials, you'll be able to see more imagery around what that was like. But more to do with the fact that now we need to start looking at how we are deploying within control desks, particularly in the production sector, because we don't need Video World and streaming to be separate anymore. Actually, what we need is AV over IP and for everything to integrate together. If you want to find out more information on that or anything else to do with the Axis, head to our website, mmgaxis.io. You can also take a look at the podcasts that are on there, particularly for the AV over IP season, where you'll see conversations with a lot of different people from across the globe, actually talking about what they think is the future, what's currently happening, and also discussions around equipment being used, the Axis being one of those things, Netgear switches, and much, much more.